Hello viewers, welcome to my YouTube channel, Curiosity Box. In this video I have a TV review of the television show Pleasure and Pain with Michael Mosley, who was awesome by the way. He's a very lovely scientist guy and he wears glasses. So this was first broadcast on BBC One, 10:35 PM, Tuesday the 25th of January 2011. It is available on iPlayer until 11:34 PM, Tuesday the 1st of February 2011. So you can catch this on iPlayer now. But watch my review first. I'll read the bit out that's on the iPlayer page for you. So it's called Pleasure and Pain with Michael Mosley. Pleasure is vital for our survival. Without it we wouldn't eat or have sex and would soon die out as a species. But how does pleasure work, and what gives us the most pleasure in life? In an attempt to find out, Michael Mosley learns how the hottest chili in the world creates euphoria in the brain, why parents have an overwhelming surge of love for their newborn child, and what happens if you turn your own wedding into a chemistry experiment. We all know that where there is pleasure, pain can't be far behind, and Michael gamely exposes himself to some painful experiments to show why the two are so interlinked. Why is pain so important, and how can we measure it? How much pain are we prepared to put up with if the reward is right? And what would happen if we couldn't feel pain at all? And how far is Michael prepared to go in the name of pleasure? Will he be able to overcome enormous pain and stress in order to experience one of the biggest pleasure kicks in the world? Now I really enjoyed this programme because I love brain programmes anyway, and I think Michael Mosley is ace. He also did the Brain A Secret History, which I think is possibly also on iPlayer too, but I'm not sure, but look it up because that is excellent, and he's really good at explaining things, and he wears lovely glasses. But I do wonder a lot when he's wearing his glasses because they've got no frames on. Oh, he might damage your glasses. Careful. Just worried about him damaging his glasses too much. But anyway, he goes sorbing to show the pleasure. He goes sorbing, and he also binges on chocolate until he doesn't like it anymore. And he goes bungee jumping off the thing that off the dam what James Bond bungee jumped off. And he goes in a chili eating contest and he eats chili ice cream, which actually looks, I want to eat some chili ice cream, that looks like fun. Oh, by the way, he's got the girliest scream I've ever heard. But I love guys with girly screams, it's so sweet. So, what they asked the members of the public what gives them the most pleasure and what gives them the most pain. A lot of them said sex for pleasure, and a lot of them said heartbreak for pain. He did an experiment at Edinburgh and put a pencil in people's mouths, and it makes them smile because it exercises these smile muscles, and if you exercise them a lot, then you will naturally start to create sort of happy feeling, apparently. But you really should watch this programme yourself because it is really interesting, and it talks about how oxytocin is produced when you hug somebody, and I really need to boost of oxytocin. Perfect. And I just really enjoyed it because it shows how close the pain and pleasure centres are, how close they are to each other in the brain, and it shows you because if you experience a lot of pain, then endorphins kick in and creates a sort of high. So that's what the chili eating is about, and the bungee jumping. And then also, if it can go the other way, if a lot of pleasure can turn into like revulsion, which is where the binge eating chocolate comes in. There is an awesomely sweet bit on the show as well when they ask Michael himself what gives him the most pleasure, and because he has to write it down on a piece of paper, and he opens it and he's got his wife's name on, and he's also found some pink flower petals. It's like, oh my gosh, that is the sweetest thing ever. It's just a right soppy bugger. Oh, you soppy man. Oh, you're so lovely. And I thought that bit was really sweet. So I did really enjoy this programme, and I totally recommend it because I found it extremely interesting. What the BBC seem to have a new graphics programme, because they've got it, they're using it in all the sciencey programmes now. This is a sort of request from Michael Mosley if he wants to pursue it. I'd love them to do a television series about autism and Asperger's using your new graphics program that looks inside the brain, because I would find that really interesting, especially focusing on the sensory issues and what is actually going on in the brain compared to the neurotypical person, which is sort of the cruel phrase. But I would find that extreme, because I watched the Brain A Secret History. I was a little bit disappointed they didn't go into that more, because they've got this splashed out on their fancy new graphics program, and they should so use it to explore autism and Asperger's and actually look inside the brain. I would find that extremely interesting. If anybody wants me to do like videos about that kind of thing, then do leave a request. I'm not quite sure what, but if you have any specific questions or anything about sensory issues, that would be kind of interesting video to do. That was my review, and it is on Pleasure and Pain with Michael Mosley, available on iPlayer at the time of me making this video. Now, I'm going to do a video response to this review, talking about what gives me pleasure and what gives me pain. So if you are interested in watching that, it's sort of poetry, kind of rambling on a bit. But if you are interested in watching that, please do, I really appreciate it. But I hope you have enjoyed this review video, and thank you for watching. Yay!